Before we insert our partitions, I wanted to correct the height of these seats. I went ahead after I finished the last clip and looked at the recommended heights, Googled it, came to an adacompliance.com site. Looks really helpful, and talks about the height of the water closet between 17 and 19 inches. So I'm going to go back and select these two and change this to a 19-inch seat height. And let me just go back here. Oh, it won't flip over, so I've got to go back to that. So we're in compliance with the 19-inch. It probably should be something a little bit less than that, but that's fine for this level of our starting looking at ADA bathrooms. So I'm going to go back to now level 2, and we're going to go ahead and think about putting our partition in. And our partition I've grabbed, and I'll make this available probably on the site. Our partition I grabbed off of the Bradley Corporation's products. There are all kinds of different styles. I picked a ceiling attached one where the partitions go all the way up to the ceiling instead of these freestanding stalls with the transverse ones. No real important reason why one or the other. And selected one that would then have the alcove setting on this edge. And then I've imported it. Comes in as a zip, but it's a fully parametric. You can add as many stalls and make all kinds of adjustments to it. So that's already been imported. So all we need to do, and like I said, I'll make that available as a family, so you can also grab it without having to go to the site, but you can choose either way. And we'll go ahead and we'll put that component in. So I'll go to place component again, and I just have to look for it. And I'll go down to, there they are, they highlight in red. And the one I want is a ceiling hung with the alcove type end to the stall. And we'll grab that and we'll drag it on. And then we'll rotate it around to get it oriented properly. And then we have to think about moving it in position, remembering now that this last partition is sitting out here. There's some end of the wall or some distance from the corner of the room, and it looks like that's probably the indicator for that. So I'll just move that up and zoom in until we see that it touches that part of the wall. And we notice that if I back this up, it's going to interfere with the toilet. So I'm going to grab the toilet right away and just move it out of the way. Put it to the center of this stall. And we'll grab this now, and we'll look at moving that in. So we have that same indicator there, that wall surface. And I'm just going to drag it until it touches that wall surface. So now I believe I have everything set to finish another wall construction. So now we can define this wall because it's sitting out here. So I'm going to pull this wall back so we can eventually join two walls. Grab our wall tool again, use that same 4 7/8 wall, and then I'm going to just draw it raw here and then kind of slide it into position. I want it to just be proud of that. We'll probably look at what the dimension is that we want that to be. It dimensions to the center, and I really want to work that later on maybe, but it's not critical right now for us to finish that off. Let's go ahead then and join these walls up. And then we go back to our 3D view. And because the section cut is a little small, let me turn the section area on here, the section box. I got to get it to show, sorry. Let's just pull it back. See our partition growing there until we've got that other wall assembly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and I'm going to hide that in view also. And then we'll turn off the hide tool so we still get to see our our partition system in 3D. And I'm going to grab this because we have obviously too many stalls. We have too many stalls done. So we're going to get rid of, and those are standard. So we have 3 standard stalls, and we really only want 1. So we'll apply that. And now the other thing we need to do is set that connecting up to the ceiling plane. So I'm going to highlight that again, and down here it says ceiling height, and I'm going to set that for 9 feet. That's I believe that's something I had done in the last go around with this project. It sounded like it kicked up a warning, but I'm not seeing that on my screen. So looks like we're good with that. Another thing I've done to work with this is that if you go to level 2, you'll notice we have the whole view of the building. And in order to make a little more concise drawing, I've created a bathroom view, which is really nothing more, and this is now need to be corrected because I moved this bathroom, which is nothing more than a level 1, a duplicate of a level 2 view with a crop view. And I'm going to make the crop region show so we can actually just open this up a little bit. And then pull that down until we get the full view of our room that we're working on. So when we come back, we'll make some adjustments to the placements of things. We have a toilet paper holder, and we want to do some evaluations that we have the necessary clearances, put our wall on, and add our door into our setup.